All right, Canadian parents and players, we had our running plays last time, and now we are going to take a look at our passing plays. So what you got in front of you again is our double tight formation that we're calling Tex right or left, and that refers to where the receiver, the slot back's lined up. This is going to be a play action pass off of our running play, our jet series. So we're going to run the jet and set this up and then hit them preferably over the top right here, either to the tight end or to this flanker who's running an arrow route across the field. So the quarterback on go reverse pivots like he's doing the pitch. He'll fake the pitch. The running back will take off running outside just like he regularly does and act like he's getting the ball. The flanker is going to come like he's going to crack this defensive end, but he's going to keep running through the secondary, past the linebackers, and towards the safety. So we're hoping here that either they're playing cover zero with just linebackers in a row here, and that we can come free, or that this safety, if there is one, is really aggressive and wants to step up and try and make a play in the run game. This tight end is going to take off and run up the seam. This tight end on the backside is going to block for 2 seconds and then release, almost like a screen. So it's going to be a little bit of a delayed release. That way the quarterback can go ahead and read and see if he's got the flanker or the tight end open deep. If not, he can always dump it to his safety valve in the flat here, which is the running back, or this tight end who's going to be releasing on a delayed route. So that's our jet pass. We can run that either way out of Tex right or Tex left. Next one is our 5 flood. What that refers to with the 5, that means it's a 5-step drop by the quarterback. So whenever you got a first number here, the number 5 or 3 or whatever it is, that's the kind of drop the quarterback's going to get. So this is a deeper play. When you hear a 5-step drop, that means we need kind of enough time for that quarterback to take 5 steps back and that we can get these deep routes open. The reason why it's called flood is because we're going to flood one side of the field. We've got our flanker coming, motioning down and running a corner route. A corner route simply means he's running to the corner of the end zone, kind of aiming at where the pylon is going to be. We've got our tight end running a deep out. So we've got a 10-yard out showing here, but he can always run that at 12 yards and then come back to 10 to get separation from whoever's covering him. Our 3-back will just release right into the flat on a shoot route. That means he's taking a nice angle, missing everybody inside here, and just running a little 5-yard out. So we got our 5-yard, a 10-yard out, and then our flag that's going to be deep down the field. This back on this side is going to have to come across the formation and block. The reason why he has to come across the formation, he has to block for the tight end on this side who's going to vacate and run a route. This defensive end is going to come free, so this back has a really important block to come block this defensive end from making a play on the quarterback. Now we've got Tex right, 3-step drop with a 0-7 route and a block. So these 3 letters and numbers here indicate what routes are going to happen, and we always go from the outside in. So the 0 route is being run by the most outside receiver, which is the flanker right here that you're looking at. A 0 route is just a slant. So he motions and then runs a slant. You've got a 7 route, which is a wheel route by our tight end. He's the next receiver in. He's going to run behind him. So we're going to have a natural pick here on whoever's covering this flanker. That's either going to cause the flanker to get open or the tight end to get open. So because these routes are going to be rubbing the defenders off, they're going to have a real challenging time to cover here. This back has to come across the formation and fill for the tight end. And then we've got this running back that's just going to release on a swing route here. Now we have our double tight right 5 Waco. Again, that's a 5-step drop. Now, if they're playing man-to-man coverage here, what we're going to want to do is run across the formation. And again, we're going to have a nice pick route because we're going to have a high drag route by the flanker, a low drag route by this tight end. We got max protection by our 2 running backs that are going to step up and fill for the tight ends who are leaving. And we got this tight end just clearing it out. So in all likelihood, the quarterback's going to take a 5-step drop, and we're going to try and hit our flanker when he crosses and clears the linebacker to this side. And it should be nice and wide open for a big play or a touchdown. Again, that's 5 Waco. We've got a 5-step drop in all 9s here. That means everybody's running a fade route towards the outside of the line of scrimmage. So we just have the flanker simply going deep, both tight ends simply going deep. 5.99 and that's going to be a 5-step drop again with max protection by our running backs to be in there for the defensive ends or the tight ends who are leaving and block the defensive ends or whoever's rushing off the edge. Next, we have Tex right 5-step drop. We got a 2, a block, and a 6. So here's our 2 route, which is a little hook. We've got a block by our tight end. The next outside receiver is just going to pass pro. We got a 6 route by our tight end, which is basically a post. So it's 7 to 10 yards up the field and then running towards the goalpost. And then our tailback, TB wheel. Now the tailback's going to do a wheel route outside of the flanker who's just running a little hitch. So we're going to have a rub because this linebacker is going to have to cover our tailback coming outside of the box, and as he comes, he's going to run into this route by the flanker, and he's probably going to end up free if the corner, the outside defender, and the linebacker don't switch. So this could be a touchdown or a big play again. This is our last play here. We're in our Tex right formation. We've got a 5-step drop, and we're going to run all 9s. So here's your fade route on a 9. Here's your 9 route by the tight end, and we're going to run running back screen to the weak side. So what we're going to do on the line here is the tight end's going to release upfield. This guard is just going to pass block. Then the center, guard, and tight end to the weak side are all going to block for a 2 count, and they're going to invite their guys upfield. So they're going to make it easy for these guys to kind of beat them upfield. They're going to try and get rid of these guys. They're going to block for 2, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. Then they're all going to release to the outside and set up right here, outside of the line of scrimmage. That's what these dotted lines are for. The running back is going to come over here and set up behind them while these rushers go upfield, and the quarterback's going to dump the ball to the running back here. And then once the running back catches it, he's going to yell go, and then we're going to have a nice convoy of offensive linemen coming upfield to block anybody that's coming to take care of the screen. This is going to be a really good play if we execute it well, because at this level of football, we're going to have a lot of undisciplined technique and guys just coming off the edge aggressively. So we'll be able to catch them in a screen, and it should go for a big play.